vehicles. My name is Mahek Kutari, I'm a freshman.
My name is Pranika Kirti, I'm also a freshman.
My name is Vishani Banerjee, and I'm also a freshman.
So our problem, it can be hard for people who are growing and people with disabilities to carry items, to take them to places, to even like put them in a car.
And our situation is like, imagine you're leaving your local party carrying two incredibly heavy bags, and then you begin to work towards your car. And then all of a sudden, your like grocery bags break. And then as you bend it down to pick them up, you notice that your groceries become really dirty, really nasty. And then when you're picking it up, you have like a backache. As you, no one wants to be in that situation. And that's why we came up with a solution.
So our approach for this project in Palm was to use the self-driving vehicle to travel along the planned route. We added compartments on the sides of this self-driving vehicle in order to provide space to hold the groceries or supplies. We used additional blue locks on the sides of the SDV to keep both compartments in place, ensuring that the self-driving vehicle won't drop any items or damage any of the equipment.
There have been many occurrences where people have been hurt because of this problem. Like in 2021, an innocent woman in Texas was in the parking lot while she was reaching over to pick up her groceries. She suffered, she got hit with a car, and she suffered multiple injuries and with a concussion too. And then in 2017, an elderly man was reaching for his supplies on the floor as a reversing car comes and hits him. He was in the hospital for a week until he passed away, RIP. Our approach to this problem can be approach can help many situations like this.
So we decided to create our own grids, and we came up with one solution that worked for both grids. The cones show obstacles or objects in the way, and the blue blocks show the path we chose.
So this is our code that we use for the SDV to travel in pathways. Something special about our code is that these two pathways are completely different, but the code is the same. In a real life situation, you can't program every single SDV to go in multiple routes because we don't know, it's unpredictable. So this is just a prototype version of how we would want to program this SDV.
In addition, we also programmed the vision sensors on the self-driving vehicle to avoid the obstacles that come in front of it and to turn one direction. We have an example. We have our prototype in action with these grids.
Yeah, it's a project.
And as you're watching the video, notice how the self-driving vehicle follows the path, sustaining a safe distance from the cones while not dropping any of the objects from the boxes.
Notice how when it's turning and detects the cones, it's a good amount of distance away, 2 to 3 inches away, so it has enough time to react.
So this prototype, you actually built that
Yes.
and programmed it?
Yeah.
Or you could show it over here?
Yeah, because it's like school property.
Oh, it's great.
So this is
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
this is part of our design class, but we modified it. This was a small project, however we did modifications to bring it to the class.
Is the idea that this is like a store item, or is it a personal item that I bring with me?
Like a universal. A universal.
So I can purchase my own and bring it to me with every store I go to, or
So in a case of this.
Our original idea was to have it as a personal item. However, I think throughout the summit we also had an idea where it could be something that local stores have. For example, we could pitch this idea to Costco, and they have like an app, and we could connect the app to the self-driving vehicle, which would help the self-driving vehicle stay alongside you as you were walking through the store.
We also referred it to my grandmother, for example. She's disabled and she's an elderly woman. Sorry, and I pitched that idea to her, and she loved it because she has a hard time carrying things, and she needs a wheelchair to walk everywhere. I mean, not walk. Sorry, to go everywhere. Yeah, sorry. And she loved the idea. She was excited to she wants to see it come to life.
So this situation is just for people with disabilities and stuff, but there's also many other situations. So for example, when Sunita Williams was stuck on the moon for over a year, right? People need to get supplies to her, so hopefully we can bridge this out and make it more of a universal solution.
And I think we're still getting into computer science. This is like our first year even trying this. And we created this a week or two ago. But I think that if we do this right and if we can make our prototype come to life, I think this could have a big impact, and not just on like elderly people, but I guess on our society, because when you hear self-driving vehicle, it normally comes with a negative connotation where, oh, it's not safe, they could hurt people. However, I think that this is a good idea because there isn't a person actually sitting in it. It's accompanying the owner, and I think that's what makes it so much safer than what we currently have. Because if something does happen, if it gets damaged, if it breaks, no one is actually getting harmed. It's just the.
Have you ever driven in a self-driving vehicle in San Francisco, for example?
No.
You should go. San Francisco is full of
I've seen
Waymos.
Yeah.
I took my daughter there. It's like, at first we were a little scared, but then I now feel more comfortable in a self-driving vehicle on the actual roads, hills of San Francisco than, so, you know, if this is for an internal space, like a grocery store or Costco or something, I think it's a good idea.
You mentioned that you were scared at first, right? That's the kind of mindset that we want to get rid of, because the first thing when people think about automated stuff is
Show
that
them
whole
pictures of what's going on in San Francisco
Yeah.
at the
What-
city level.
Yeah, it's like, what if we get in an accident or something? That's something our computer science teacher also informed us about. So first we want to get rid of that mindset before we start building our idea.
Great
Thank
presentation.
you.
Very nice.
Could we get a photo?